T'Challa, we need a recast. Chat would agree, and I truly believe that. Stories untold, I pray that we get to unfold. Don't kill him, we don't need to see that. A black man is king, I think that is crucial. If not for the grown-ups, the kids should move you. Representation, let it multiply. Stop telling the stories how legacies die. We can explore the world of Wakanda by addition and not replacement. 1.3 billion, how was that? And I'm making a statement. Being pigeonholed to a role like there could be only one is deflating. Man, it's a mindset that ain't died yet, cause the lack of seeing our faces. Sure, we can be the queen of the nation. Women should feast, we want elevation. Now, wouldn't it be dope if they rose up together without doing something as cold as erasing them? We got respect for Ryan and Nate. They doing their best, they stuck in the middle, but I hope they think about what is at stake. Don't rush it, but please let the saga continue. Doubling down on Black Death is a trope we no longer want to handle. Wakanda forever, T'Challa forever. It's never been about the mantle. What is we saying? This ain't about Phantom and getting my way. It's all for the love, it's not for the hate. No matter what people are trying to say, we cast T'Challa. We cast T'Challa.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is up? How are y'all doing today? Hey, it is Friday, and y'all already know what that means. That means we about to get into it and talk about some of this good old news from the week. Oh my goodness, I am very, very excited to be here with you all, and I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this. And by the way, shout out to all of you in the replay gang as well. You know, I had to hear that. I wanted to play that real quick. You know what I'm saying? For future reference, we're going to come back to that a little later, what we just heard. But I wanted to put that, I wanted to sew that into some folks real quick because we got some things we got to talk about. Matter of fact, I know somebody had reached out to me to ask, in case you were seeing on my channel, you might have seen that video that I posted of Katt Williams, comedian Katt Williams, who, you know, brought up a very, very familiar point, a point that we've only been making. I don't know. I've only made it since like a year and a half ago about Superman and how, you know, white fictional characters get recast all the time and how black characters apparently, well, they get different treatment. And if you've noticed, the video is no longer on my channel. Well, according to YouTube, from what I've seen, apparently Katt Williams, or maybe his representation, they actually hit your boy with a whole copyright strike. Yes, that's right. Like a lot of times, you know, you might get like a copyright claim and they might say like, hey, this is our property, so we're gonna make the money off of it. Or they'll say like, hey, this is our property, so we just don't want you to play it, which is fine. That's their right to do that. But they had to go a step further and hit me with a copyright strike, which means that I think, what is it, like 3 strikes and you're out, your channel gets I've been on YouTube since, I don't know, 2016. I've never gotten a copyright strike ever. So you know, whatever, like it expires in 90 days, so I'm not tripping. But just to address some people that were asking me like what happened to the video, that's what happened. Wasn't me, it was Katt. Guess he didn't like it. Sad to say, however, or sad or whatever, I don't know, that video done took off. Like I've seen it on TikTok, people doing duets with it. That sucker's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, it's everywhere. So I mean, the damage is done, you know. Sorry, you know, whatever. And here's the thing, I'm like, if you just didn't want that video up, you could have just said, please take it down. I would have taken it down. I have no problem taking it down. That's no big deal. But you know, they don't care about all that. They just kind of want to go ahead and, you know, do their thing. I see somebody said I doubt it was Katt. Well, here's the thing, like in the oh, what's up, Kev? In the email, it says like who actually requested to take it down, and it said Katt Williams. Now, again, it could have been like his representation. I don't think Katt Williams is out there looking on YouTube, looking for things, you know what I'm saying? But that's what the email said. The email said Katt Williams is the owner and he wants you to take this down. So I was like, okay, whatever, you know. Now have fun going to chase down every single TikToker, every single person on Facebook, every person on Instagram. Have fun tracking all that down because it's gone. It's out there. But anyway, whatever. It's fine. It is what it is. But I did want to give you guys at least that explanation as to why that is no longer up and running. Anywho, what else do we have? So I think we can go through our shout outs real quick. We don't have too much news this week. You know, a lot of stuff has been kind of fluffy. I think a lot of the you know, a lot of the industry, a lot of people are, this is like the first week back, going back to work. You know what I'm saying? So like we don't have a lot of traction, but we got enough traction. You know, we got the Ant-Man trailer that dropped. So I know a lot of people watched it. I kind of like, I wanted to avoid it only because we already got the full Ant-Man trailer before. And for me, I've told y'all this many times. Marvel will usually spoil things or show too much in the second and third trailer. So I was very, very apprehensive on watching this. And I mean, I still haven't watched it in completion, but I've seen all the screenshots because you know the internet's thirsty. Everybody's posting screenshots and stuff. So I've seen, I think, enough stuff. But I do wanted to, I at least wanted to watch it with y'all and just react to the actual trailer. So I'll watch it with you guys today. I'm pretty sure most of y'all have already seen it. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna do a breakdown or nothing. We might go over some things if there's anything interesting. But I will watch it today, and we're gonna save that for last. All right, let's do some quick shout outs. Who's here today? We got my man Eric Shaw. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for making it out. Allie girl, how you doing? Always a pleasure. We got the homie Kristen Pratt. Hello, hello. That's the Mod Squad in the building. We got my man Tech Boy, Team Tech Boy. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Let's see. IZ, hello, hello. How are you? Good to see you. My man Kenny is in the building. Good to see you too. GD. What's going on, Mr. Hughes? How you doing? Good to see you. We got another celebrity in the house with Dan the Man. Don't get it twisted. Y'all already know what it is. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Appreciate you. We got Rim 17, another Mod Squad in the building. Y'all make sure y'all, well, let's listen. She's on it already, as usual. Y'all get them likes up. If you like what you see, go ahead and like it. If you don't like it, just keep watching. Maybe you will. Who knows? You know. But thank you so much, Rims. I appreciate the work that you and the rest of my squad do around here. My man Kano is here too. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Jesus or Jesus, how are you? Good to see you. Let's see. My man Jason Rodriguez is here. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. My man Jason's a top supporter. And right behind him is Deborah Rodriguez, another top supporter. Love the vets back to back in the building. Niners Nation. Isn't it Niners Bow Nation? Is not Niners Bow Nation? I don't know. What's going on? My man Big Bo is in the building as well. Good to see you. Thank you so much for making it out. 60 plus reviews. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Mama J is in the building. What's going on, Mama J? Always a pleasure to have you. My man Nelson V is here. What's going on, sir? Javier, hello, hello. Good to see you. Pierre, how you doing? Good to see you too. Terrence, man, yo, my man Terrence, thank you, brother, so much. Before the chat even started, my man dropping the $10 cash app. Thank you so much, sir, for consistently supporting the channel. I always appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Y'all already know who it is. Come on, now. It's Miss Harper. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much, ma'am. So glad that you could make it out here too. Let's see who else we got. Haitian Blue. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Let's see. Callow, what's going on? How you doing? Boss, still seeking a champion. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. J Mart is here. Hello, hello. Another homie in the building. Rhonda, how are you doing? Thank you so much. My other homie, my man Tane, is here. What's going on, sir? We got Minister Crush in the building as well. So shout out, by the way, to everybody that has made it out today. Really appreciate y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Somebody got clear their throat. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I don't know how I could have missed this. But of course, come on now. We got the queen in the building, Mrs. E, man. In the building, loud and proud. Good to see you. What? Okay. All right. Yes, she is here. And I am very, very happy that she can make it out tonight as well. Let's see. I think we got our first comment of the night. Deborah, thank you so much. My goodness. Hi, E-Man and E family. Thanks for the suggestion on Alice in Borderland. Down to the last 2 episodes. Now what? Oh, listen, get to that King of Spades. I'm sure you got to the King of Spades. And I think right now you on, what is it, the Queen of Hearts or whatever it is. Oh my gosh. I really had a good time with this show. I had a very, very good time with this show. I'm glad you're having a good time with this as well. But thank you so much for supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate it. Let's see. All right, let's get down to some business. Who do we have? Oh, okay. Speaking about great shows, if y'all are not watching From, come on now. I mean, we talked about here enough, I think. But From, it's on Epics. You can probably find it on Amazon Prime, or check your local listings. But please do yourself a favor if you have not watched From. Go watch From so that you can be equally confused as the rest of us. Because don't nobody know what's going on. We all got questions with no answers, but we still want to keep watching to find out what the hell is going on. Don't nobody know what's going on. I tried, let me tell you something. I wanted to make like a theory video on what was going on in From. I couldn't make it. Because every time I tried to say, oh, you know what? It's this. No, wait, actually, it's this. Wait, no, actually, it's this. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about what's going on. I just know so far it's one of the best shows that not enough people are watching right now. So you need to go watch From so we can collectively be confused. And when this new season drops, because y'all, we got an update finally, when this new season drops, woo, we can get in on this together. Mike, let me tell you, we gonna cover this now. We gonna cover this one. We are definitely not gonna. I slept on the first season. Okay, I was sleeping on the first one. I didn't know what was going on. I had to watch it first because it's made by the same producers that made Lost. And if you recall, Lost was a great show that ended poorly. So I had my reservations. So I was like, man, I ain't finna go put the people on this if this thing is trash. This thing is beyond, it's not even trash. It's gold. It's silver. It's platinum. This is what you need to watch. Okay. And we finally got a great update that we've been waiting for so long. Yo, season 2 of From is coming back April 23rd. Y'all, I cannot tell you, that is so long from now. Like, why y'all gotta tell us that? I would have rather y'all not tell me nothing. Tell me when it's coming 1 month in advance. Tell me when it's just a couple episodes or a couple weeks or whatever. Do something like that, please. You know, but now you want to go April 23rd. That's like 4, 5, 15 months away. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, you know what? This might actually who said this? Hold on. I saw a comment. I thought I did. Okay, T-Ville, what you got? Do a catch-up video. You know what? I might just do that because now I have a feeling that once you actually see this, maybe there's something in the replay, the rewatch that we can catch. I don't know. I doubt it because I swear I watched this thing. I don't know, but we will see what happens. And yeah, I might either do a recap or maybe I'll go through and I'll have to see what happens when I watch it and see how I'm feeling about it. But y'all, listen, it's coming back. We got the update. It's April 23rd. So I am totally down for that. And this is like just great news. It's just great overall news. So if you haven't watched From, go ahead and start now. I think, what is it, like 8 episodes, 9 episodes? It's not that long. It's not that long of a show. And you can definitely watch it and catch up, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So definitely go check that out. Okay, let's see. Oh, y'all like the shirt? I appreciate that. I forgot where did I make this one? I don't know if I made this one or not. If if I have this one and I made it, I will post the link in this video tomorrow. So just come back to this video and check the description. Feel free to bother me, and then like if you post the comments, I'll be reading y'all comments. I'll see if I can remember, because I don't remember if I bought this from a store or if I made it. I don't know. But I do have, by the way, I do have some more shirts coming. I'm working on a couple designs, and of course, y'all know it's for the Kane Gang. So you know, we stay tuned for that. We gonna listen. We are going. By the way, I ain't even put this together. I don't even think I think I told the wife already. We doing a watch party. Okay, we are going to do a watch party for Ant-Man. I was already sold once Jonathan Majors was there. I already knew it was there, so I'm already on board. We gonna do a watch party for Ant-Man. So it's Kane Gang all day. All right, let's see. Okay, so we got the great news about From. What else do we have? Oh, you know what? Let's just get into this. Let's just listen. We ain't got time for this. Listen, okay. A whole lot of when it comes to DC and Warner Brothers, we know that for a long time, Ezra Miller has been a problem. Y'all, it would take way too long for me to go through the long list of crimes and accusations and charges against Ezra Miller. And I want to be very clear. We ain't talking about rumors. We ain't talking about speculation. We're talking about hardcore, actual people that have accused this actor of things that they have done that were wrong. Okay? We're talking about hardcore things that have gone to court. We're talking about police getting involved and arresting and all. These are not just, so for all the Ezra Miller defenders out there, for all of them out there, this ain't nothing alleged. Ezra's been arrested. Ezra's had lawsuits. Ezra has had to show up for court. Ezra tried to run away from court. Okay, remember, I'm too fast. I'm in the Speed Force. You can't catch me. Remember that? So there are a lot of things out there. I would just say there are more hardcore, concrete things against Ezra than there are speculation and rumors. Okay, there's more than that. So now we got a quick update. And let me also give this update too. After WB came and put it out there that it was a possibility of the Flash movie of being completely scrapped, Ezra Miller came forward, had a meeting with WB, and was like, you know what? Here's a public apology. I apologize for all my actions. Yeah, they ain't never said which one. And after that, Ezra has gone into rehab for mental health treatment or whatever. Great. But as I've said for a long time, I need to see the change. I need to see the contrition, because Ezra's comment, the public statement, seemed very just like, I don't know, like it felt kind of empty in a sense. But at the same time, Ezra has been accused of some like very, very serious stuff. Like it's been from larceny to trespassing to assault to all these, to grooming minors. There's a lot of stuff. Okay, so for me, I'm like, look, Ezra's gonna have to do a little bit more, and at the end of the day, I know it's not WB's job to police Ezra Miller's behavior. That's not their job. Their job is, they just hired Ezra to do a job, and that's it. That's part of the contract, right? So when it comes to like any punishments or anything, that's not supposed to come from WB per se. However, there should be a level of accountability. And with that, yes, Ezra deserves to get some help, but at the same time, Ezra should not be free of consequences either. So more recently, we just got this new update. Apparently, Flash star Ezra Miller pleads guilty to unlawful trespass in Vermont burglary case and will serve 1 year probation. I just want to remind y'all now, this is just one of the situations that Ezra has been accused of, charged with, etc. Okay? We haven't talked about the child endangerment. We haven't talked about the other trespassing. Okay? We haven't talked about the assault when Ezra assaulted not the first woman, but the other woman. Okay? Ezra was out there terrorizing Iceland and Hawaii, allegedly. Okay? So this is just one thing that Ezra has pleaded guilty to. Let's get to what they actually agreed to. It says, as part of the plea agreement here, the state will dismiss without prejudice counts 1 and 2 of the burglary and petty larceny. Ezra Miller pled guilty this morning to a misdemeanor unlawful trespass in Vermont Superior Court and accepted the conditions imposed by the court. Let me just say, given the track record, and I'm not a lawyer. I am not a lawyer, so please, take what I say with a grain of salt, however you wish. I'm not a lawyer, but it's hard for me to conceive in any court that, given someone's troubled history, they would get off this easy. Because not only what did they say? That it's going to dismiss without prejudice both counts. So I'm assuming, I'm not a lawyer. I'm assuming this means it's not going on Ezra's record. I'm assuming that's what it means. If there's any lawyers in here, feel free to weigh in with your opinion on this too. So Ezra's about to have a clean record as long as Ezra doesn't get in trouble or violate their probation for a year. In other words, Ezra, go sit yourself down somewhere for a year, because you need to sit down for a year anyway, because ain't nobody trying to hire you right now. And then everything magically goes away. Must be nice. Must be nice. Because I tell you, I don't know if it would work in any other circumstance. I can't see that happening with anyone else in any other circumstance, given the track record of things that's attached to Ezra. If this was a first time thing, if it was a first time, let's say this. Let's say this was Will Smith pre-slap. Everybody loves Will Smith. Forget that. Actually, let's throw that away. Let's say this is Tom Hanks. Everybody loves Tom Hanks. There ain't no problem with Tom Hanks. Or let's say it's Keanu Reeves. Everybody loves Keanu Reeves. It's all good. If this was the first incident, the first negative thing, I totally understand. I'd be like, well, you know what? Everybody makes mistakes. Not judging that at all. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone, as long as you learned your lesson, you feel contrition, you've repented, you've changed. You still gotta get your punishment now. But I understand having a little leniency in the beginning. Ezra has a whole track record of nonsense. And this nonsense, whether guilty or not, I'm sorry, there's a pattern of behavior here that, in my opinion, would not warrant that much leniency. I would have been like, look, and and by the way, how much was it? Because hold on, we gotta see. There was a fine attached to this too. In addition, the court will impose. Oh wait, sorry. Hold on one second. Let me refresh this real quick. What did it say here? The court will impose the sentence here. We accept your plea of guilty. We will impose the fine here, $500. $500. $500? $500? I wouldn't have a problem with this if this level of judgment were equal across the boards. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so do not take what I'm saying as legal expertise. I'm just thinking to myself from what I've seen, what I've read in the news. Usually a judge has enough leeway within the law to give people sentences or something that is within the parameters of not only the law, but they can make a judgment call and be like, all right, 500 for you, but 10,000 for you, or 5,000 for you, something. I'm just saying, and I know these are not the same. I know it's not, but I just recall seeing Juicy Smollett, all over the news over here in Chicago not too long ago, just for faking a crime, okay, and trying to get a sandwich at 2 a.m., faking a crime, and Jesse Smollett had to pay thousands of dollars. And if I'm not mistaken, Jesse had to go to jail. Meanwhile, Ezra Miller done broke into somebody's house, stole they passports and wallets, terrorizing folks. 500 probation, you on timeout. Again, I don't know the laws or nothing. I'm just saying from an outsider perspective, it don't look right. That's all. It don't look right to me. But anywho, and then we got the news last week that WB, some executives, we don't know who, they didn't say it was James Gunn or nothing like that, but some executives are actually okay with keeping Ezra around if the Flash movie comes out and it does well. Some people just like, yeah, let me hold my tongue and see, man. This Anywho, what do y'all think about this this judgment from the judge? How are you feeling about the 2 counts of burglary or whatnot, the year of probation, and the whopping $500 of a fine? Let me know your thoughts down below. Man, must be nice. Boy, I tell you. Or should I say they? I don't know. All right, let's move on. We're gonna keep it DC though. We got a couple updates. So Collider did a interview with Matt Reeves recently. He is the director of the Batman, and he gave a couple details here and there. Some shocking news. We're gonna get to that in a sec. But like a lot of questions have been raised about like, yo, what's going on with DC? DC's got like all this stuff coming, and James Gunn, as we know, he's like their new Kevin Feige, and he is developing a new Superman movie. And all these questions are like, oh my gosh, y'all got rid of Henry Cavill, y'all are going in a different direction. So what does that mean for Matt Reeves and Batman? What does that mean for Joker? What does it mean? We don't know. So we're getting a little bit of information now and a couple of updates here. And one update, which I don't think anybody really doubted, was that the Batman sequel is in the works, and Matt Reeves did confirm that he is working on it right now. He tried to play a little coy about it before, but he did end up saying, we're deep in it, and my partner and I are writing, Mattson Tomlin and I are writing, and it's really exciting, and I'm really excited about what we're doing. And he also worked with him on the first Batman script. Okay. Look, we knew that before Gunn and Safran came in, Matt Reeves had already, I don't know the details of it, but I would assume that Matt Reeves was already under contract to do his own thing, because let's not forget, even before Zaslav or while Zaslav was here, WB had been a mess. Nobody knew what they were doing. They was throwing anything at the wall to see whatever sticks and whatever lands, right? So they tried something with Joker. Joker came out of nowhere with $1 billion. So they was like, yo, full speed ahead. Go on with that sequel right now. I'm a little worried about that Joker sequel because Todd Phillips didn't really want to make a sequel. And I don't really I think it's a red flag when directors are forced to make sequels when they don't creatively have it. When you do it for the money and not because the story is in your heart and in your mind, that kind of gives me some worry. I had a similar worry with what was that, A Quiet Place, but that actually turned out pretty nice. You know, that was actually cool because John Krasinski didn't want to do a sequel, but because the first one made so much money, he ended up doing it. But anyway, Matt Reeves already had not only a trilogy in mind for Batman, but he also had spinoffs that were also in mind. So one thing that is still confirmed and still in development is the Penguin. Remember with Colin Farrell, where he had that amazing transformation as Penguin? That is still happening. So and he also wanted to do something with it was either Arkham Asylum or it was the Gotham police department, like a Commissioner Gordon thing. They were going to do their own spinoff with that as well. And all of these things were going to feed into the Batman trilogy, right? Cool, great, whatever. So now Matt Reeves also gives a brilliant idea. This is, my goodness, I don't know where else they could have came up with this, and I don't know if we've had a Batman really do this move before. But Matt Reeves had this idea for the sequel, and y'all let me know if this excites you or not. The Batman sequel is going to keep Bruce Wayne as the focus. Yes, that's right. But here's a little more context to what he said. He says, to me, the thing that I really feel is that I also believe that Robert Pattinson is so special in the role. My goal has always been to do these point of view stories that allow the character to always be the emotional center of the story. Because a lot of times what happens is after you do the first one, then suddenly other rogue gallery characters come in and they kind of take over. And then Batman takes a back seat, sort of character-wise or emotionally. Wow. Wow. What you mean to tell me you want to keep the main character the main focus? Wow. That's amazing. And this is something I've been telling people for a long time. I know a lot of people have The Dark Knight as one of their top comic book movies of all time, and that's fine. That's totally fine. One of the reasons why it's not in my top 5 or whatever is because the movie is known for a fantastic, legendary, iconic performance from Heath Ledger. I mean, when you talk to people, the average person, and talk about The Dark Knight, the first, if not most of the time, the only thing they talk about is Joker. That's it. Don't nobody talk about Bruce Wayne. Don't nobody talk about Christian Bale. Don't nobody talk about Batman. Nobody cares because you had such a fantastic performance from Heath Ledger. And the problem with that is, how you gonna have your main character be upstaged by the supporting character? That's not a good. If anything, if the supporting character is fantastic, that should raise the bar to make your lead character even better. That didn't happen in The Dark Knight. I think a lot of people completely forgot what the hell even happened with Batman. What was he going through? What was his story? What was his journey in The Dark Knight? Who cares? Because you remember the disappearing pencil trick from Heath Ledger, right? So anyway, maybe these are shots fired or not. Doesn't matter. I agree with Matt Reeves. I agree that yes, you do want to actually keep the focus on your main character because this is what we're coming for. I don't care about Batman's rogue galleries, to be perfectly honest with you. Outside of the Joker, The rest of them, they just the support. The Joker is like the best villain, one of the best villains in like villain history, fictional popular character history. But outside of that, even if you are a comic book fan, even in the comics, as dope as Joker is always a way to be a reflection of Batman. They're always one in the same. They're always going at it. And whenever Joker does something crazy, you're always eager to see, how does Batman react? Why does Batman react that way? Why doesn't Batman kill Joker and just end it all? Like, these are the philosophical questions that feed into Batman's character because of Joker's presence. That's the way a villain is supposed to work. So, yes, it's fine if the new sequels want to introduce other villains, but the primary question and focus should always be, what does it do to Batman? How does it help us learn more about Batman? How does it have the character grow and mature or develop in new, different ways? If at any point you bring in this other character and we stop caring about Batman and only care about the villain, that's a problem. Your writing suffered. Your writing failed. So I'm very, very happy, and this gives me more hope for the sequel because it sounds like Matt Reeves understands. I love the fact that he wanted to do a detective angle with this Batman in the first place, right? I love that because that's something we haven't seen before. And I've also said this for the record. I still don't believe that we have ever gotten a full, complete version of Batman in live action. We've gotten samples, we've gotten angles, but we ain't never get the full angle. You want to know what a full picture of Batman is? You go watch that Batman animated series. You go watch that Batman animated series. My man was out there doing kung fu. He was out there being an escape artist. My man was out there being a whole ninja. My man was out here he was doing everything. He was doing everything. We have never, ever gotten a full, complete version of Batman in live action. Sometimes he's a detective. Sometimes he's a ninja. Sometimes he's a Cape Crusader. We ain't never get the full picture. And that also includes a good Bruce Wayne. Because sometimes we get a good Bruce Wayne and a bad Batman. Sometimes we get a great Batman and a bad Bruce Wayne. It's never really come together, in my opinion. But anyway. What else do we have here? So, not only is he going to have the brilliant idea of focusing on Batman, because it's his movie. But Matt Reeves also talked about, what's up with the future, because like I mentioned before, you got all these questions going around about what's up with, James Gunn. He's doing his thing. Are they going to mix and intertwine? Who knows? Well, Matt Reeves had something else to say about that too. So he ended up saying, they, Gunn and Safran, have been great. We're actually supposed to meet in the next few weeks because they want to talk to me about the broad plan, and then they want to hear the Batverse plan. We're just getting together to talk about all of that. Look, I'm excited to hear what they're going to do. The Batverse thing, as James has said, and as Peter has said, is kind of its own thing they're letting us do. Great. Love to hear that, because as I've said before, I know there was some rumor before about, well, is Pattinson's Batman going to cross over? Is he going to be a part of? And they was like, yeah, nah. They were in their own thing. And I'm glad that this has been way more confirmed that this is the direction they're going to go. Because I've told y'all this before. I don't like this version of Batman just automatically thrown into the new DCU. I don't think this Batman is ready. I don't think this Batman is polished enough as a superhero to all of a sudden start dealing with aliens like Superman or Wonder Woman or anything like that. This Batman is still very, very raw. This Batman is still very, very immature. This Batman is not even like a true hero yet. As you've seen at the end of the movie, this was probably the one time he was really being heroic and saving Gotham rather than taking out all of his vengeance and his anger out on the crime. See, before that, he was fighting crime for himself. Now he's fighting crime for Gotham. So this evolution of Batman is something that I'm hoping we get, and I want it to just stay in its own little pocket. It doesn't have to cross over to the main DCU. They can get another Batman. Y'all know how many times. Let me tell you something. We are on 11 Batmans. 11 Batmans, whether it's movies or TV, we are on 11 Batmans. 12 ain't finna hurt nobody. Y'all think y'all finna have a problem if there's a 12th Batman? Don't nobody care. Just throw another Batman in there. It's easy. Throw another Batman. You think people gonna be confused? Ain't nobody gonna be confused. You still got Batfleck running around. You got the GOAT, Michael, Keaton going. He's still gonna be around. You still got Robert Pattinson. Ain't nobody gonna be confused. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Throw that other Batman in the main DCU, and everybody be just fine. Got we finna have a dozen Batman. A dozen. My goodness. Anyway, I love the idea that they're keeping this separate, and I am very, very good with it. And I'm anxious to see what direction Pattinson's Batman goes in. I want to see this Batman continue to grow, develop, and look. If they want to do like a multiverse thing down the road and eventually maybe tease him, that's fine. But let this Batman tell his story first. Let's kind of get this story told first, because clearly Matt Reeves had a plan and he wanted to do something that was more grounded at that. And let him do his thing. Once it's done, it's done. If y'all want to mix it up later, fine. But I'm happy that so far, as we know it, everything is staying separate. But anyway, y'all let me know, what do you think about these new updates for Batman? Are you excited for the sequel? Are you looking forward to the streaming shows, like with the Penguin series that's coming out? And are you okay? Are you okay with it actually staying contained, in its own thing? Or would you actually like to see Pattinson's Batman mix it up in the new DCU moving forward? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments down below. All right, I got 2 questions. Mo, what you got? This was my problem with 2018's Black Panther. Killmonger had more memorable moments than T'Challa. Well, but okay, I'll give you this. I agree with that, because I think that it was probably, and I'm just speculating, I think it was easier for Joe Robert Cole and Ryan Coogler to connect with Killmonger because he grew up in Oakland, just like Ryan Coogler. And he's an African American. He understands that perspective, and it was probably easier for them to write that character with more insight. Now, here's the thing. Ryan Coogler, according to him, he's read all the Black Panther comics. So it's one thing to read about something and then write about a character versus writing about a character based off of your own lived experiences, right? So I think that came across a little bit more in the first Black Panther film. I think, as you're alleging, that it was easier for him to write Killmonger, and you're going to have doper lines. You're going to have more authentic things associated with that character compared to T'Challa. Now, I kind of gave it a slight pass. I agree that I've always said that the T'Challa that we saw in Civil War was always better than the T'Challa that we saw in Black Panther. I've always felt that. Like, the way he came in, that energy of like, yo, get out my way. Like, you think you finna stop me? like that is T'Challa from the comics. Okay, that is him. And then, I understand they try to ease him up a little bit, in the next movie. But, prior to, before Chadwick's passing, I was always hopeful that, it's okay. The whole movie as a whole, it had a bigger job to do. So at least we got a trilogy coming. Unfortunately, that's not how it panned out. But I'm not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'll say that. I'll go with that. But thank you so much for that. My man Didier, thank you so much. Controversial opinion. I kind of like seeing training wheels Batman. In every other live action, Batman is always on point straight out the box. I mean, if that's the case, then we do a Batman year one, right? We do, but this is Batman like what? Like in his second year or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I still have some issues with this current Batman. I don't really, and maybe they'll clear this up later. Like for me, I don't really like the idea that he has not been, or at least it hasn't been discussed. I haven't seen the Batman that went to Tibet. I haven't seen the Bruce Wayne that went and trained with ninja monks and stuff. All I'm seeing is emo, spoiled rich kid driving race cars and just living a dangerous, reckless life and just punching bad guys and stuff. Like, so again, maybe they fill those gaps in later. And I understand what you're talking about, because I think that what you're talking about, it gives the audience a better frame of reference to attach and relate to a character when they have a journey, right? When we know, man, we saw him getting his butt kicked and hitting himself with adrenaline and all this stuff in the beginning. But man, now my man is out here like he's doing it. I totally understand that. But at the same time, for me, I'm like, but Batman is that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like Batman, if he had any real trials and tribulations, it would really be in the early beginning before he was Batman, or in that first year as Batman, or when you reference training wheels, it shouldn't be with petty thugs, right? Petty thugs or random dudes on the street. That's like the lightweight. The only time I like to see the training wheels with Batman is when he comes across a foe or an enemy that is challenging. So, for example, they did this in the comics too. In the early comics, Batman was out there fighting thugs on the street. It was all good. And then a little man named Deathstroke came through and whopped him, just molly-whopped him. Okay, my man left Batman to die. Okay, Batman almost died when Slade came through and waxed him. Okay, now that was challenging because he had never gone against somebody who was basically like a super soldier like Captain America and was just as good as he was. He didn't know what to do with that. My man was baffled. Okay, he was confused. He was discombobulated. He was befuddled. Okay, he did not know what to do with life. Okay, now that is the kind of training wheels I want to see. I want to see a polished Batman get roughed up and get even more polished. So I think we're saying the same thing. I just like to see him at a later stage, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, you like him at an earlier stage. Nothing's wrong with that at all. But yeah, hey, great comment. I appreciate it. But again, I've been spoiled. By watching the animated series Batman, and that showed me everything. You know what I'm saying? Listen, shout out to Bruce Timm, but the animated series Batman, there's nothing that compares to it to date. There's nothing that compares to that with Batman to date. My goodness. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Ty coming through with the super sticker. Always appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, we still gonna keep it DC. We got a quick update, another James Gunn update, because listen, I gotta say, I really do appreciate James Gunn consistently routing out rumors and not giving fans too much time to fester in rumors and speculation, right? So for example, let's go with Marvel. You'll have an account, some random Marvel account or whatever, some insider be like, oh, Marvel already cast the Fantastic Four and they're going to announce it at D23. So what happens? For weeks, days, weeks, whatever, we all hyped up. Oh yeah, we finna get this fantastic forecast. Here we go. Ooh, shout out John Krasinski. Ooh, here come Emily Blunt. Oh yeah, it's going down. And then what happens? You go all the way to D23, me, and then you get there, and Kevin Feige's like, "Hey y'all, we got a director. That's all. Bye." Some hot BS. Why? Because we let these internet rumors and speculations grow and fester and mold and all this stuff, and they get us all excited for nothing. So for me, when I hear some speculation here or there, and I see the person in charge actually saying, nah, that ain't it. Nah, stop, pause, hold up, wait a minute. We ain't doing that. I appreciate that. Now, let me be very clear. I don't know exactly what James Gunn is going to do. I'm not sitting here saying I'm pro James Gunn, but I'm also not negative. I'm not against James Gunn either. I'm just appreciative of the fact that the man is giving the fan base something that we haven't had for a long time, if not ever, especially with Marvel. Now, my man just came out, and it came out against a rumor with Superman, right? So here's the thing. People were talking about Superman that was cast. As we know, he is writing a new Superman story. And some fan had speculated something. There they go. They said some Jacob Elordi is rumored to be James Gunn's Superman for the DCU, right? James Gunn said, hold up, stop. Nope. He says, my thoughts are no one has been cast as Superman yet. Casting, as is almost always the case with me, will happen after the script is finished or close to finished, and it isn't. We'll announce a few things in not too long, but the casting of Superman won't be one of them. Thank you. Look. Now, throw that away. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here sweating who they about to cast as Superman, because I've already told you, take XYZ generic white guy with brunette hair with a slight muscle build, and you've got a Superman right there. If he can act, even better. Outside of that, I don't care. You got a dime a dozen white actors that can play Superman, especially a young Superman. You don't even need a household name to play the role. So, like I said, you can put anybody in there. So trying to speculate all this stuff was definitely going to be a waste of time. However, I love the fact that my man has just been like, stop that. We ain't going there. It ain't happening, and it's not going to happen for some time. So chill out. Thank you. That's all I can say, right? Thank you. I'm glad that we don't have to keep dealing with this, because people was finna run amok, and then the next thing you know, the fan base was gonna get one popular person that they really like, and then next thing you know, the expectations go up, and when the expectations go up and James Gunn doesn't announce it, then people gonna be mad, like, oh, you got rid of Henry Cavill, but now you playing with us with Superman. Why didn't you announce? Like, look. He's managing expectations, and that's literally the least that we can get and we could ask for, and I'm appreciative of that. So anyway, I'm glad that he is still being transparent. It seems like he last week we saw that he had a meeting with DC Studio. So like, I'm assuming he presented his plan to Zaslav at least. But now it sounds like he's going to have additional meetings with other people. So we just saw Matt Reeves with his Batman. They got to figure out, what are y'all doing? So it looks like Gunn is making his rounds, throughout the studio to talk about different things. I don't think we're going to get the real update until maybe February at this point. So he said, what does he say? In a couple weeks? No, he didn't say that. But anyway, we'll find out. And he already said, like, yo, that Superman thing ain't gonna be one of them anyway. So anywho, y'all let me know. How do you feel about James Gunn's transparency? Is he talking too much? Is he not talking enough? Do you like this transparency or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right, let's move on. Hmm, that's a fun one. So we've actually talked about this before. Um, I think I've told y'all that I am a huge fan of Giancarlo Esposito, and I mean the guy is like he could do no wrong, right? Like anything you put him in, whether it's The Boys, whether it's Breaking Bad, I mean the guy crushes his roles with ease. So we talked about this before, where I think what was he at? He was at some comic convention or whatever, and he was talking about uh there was rumors that he had talks with Marvel, and he just threw it out there. He was just like, look, you know, Magneto, Professor X, Doctor Doom, whatever, I'm down, right? Like he is with it. And I've told y'all for a while that I think the best role for him is Professor X. But he did actually go on Jimmy Fallon on the Jimmy Fallon show, and he actually went ahead and doubled down on this question. And he said this: I love what Marvel does. I love that the fans can see me in this universe and are proposing not only one character, possibly Magneto, possibly Mr. Freeze, and the biggest ask is Charles Xavier. But look, I want to play a good guy, and Charles is smart, he's good. But I feel as if they're married that excuse me, but I feel as if there may be some mileage with me and Marvel. I know I love what they do. I know I love creativity. So who knows what could happen? Keep putting it out there. Okay. Listen, I've been telling y'all for a while. First of all, I'm glad that he's doubling down on playing Professor X. I've told y'all, if y'all go to my channel, I got it up here somewhere. Yeah, I've already told y'all why Giancarlo Esposito as Professor X is so much better than you think. Go watch that video if you've missed it before. But I've told y'all that this is the role that you don't even realize he is absolutely perfect for. Just because you've seen him play bad guys in the past does not mean he has to keep being typecast that way. All I'm saying is you make him Professor X, and I'm not talking about the same Professor X as Stewart has played. I'm not talking about that. You can make him the newer version of Professor X if you've been watching the comics, who is good but questionable, right? That I think would be a fantastic way for him to play that role, and he will just murder it. He will kill it. And I love the fact that my man is so enthusiastic. Like he is like he's one of those actors that's like, yo, oh, the fans like this. All right, cool. I like it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, if you were thinking about a perfect role for him, like I said, I think Professor X is the one to do. I wouldn't put him as Doom. I don't think it makes really much sense, because Doom is like his race and everything is like tied, to his character. Like he's from Latveria, like that's Eastern European. Like he's an Eastern European, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a ruler of that country and all that, or Latveria, whatever it's called. So like, it's okay to keep Doom white and European, because that's literally part of his character. It wouldn't make sense to make him black. Or Afro Latino in this case. But Professor X, don't nobody care. Like his race isn't tied to nothing. He's just rich. He's rich and he can read minds. That's it. But anyway, and faint. That him and Gene, they just be fainting all the time, like got a headache. Anywho, y'all let me know, what do you think about Mr. Esposito's comments about playing Professor X? And once again, make sure you go check out my video on it if you missed it. Just go ahead. Let me put this up there one more time. Just go ahead, put the name, emails, reviews, and Professor X. You got it. It's right there. Put this up 4 months ago. All right, let's move on. What else do we have? We got a little bit more Marvel news. This was kind of funny. So y'all remember Don Cheadle stepped into the role of Rhodey as Terrence Howard was basically let go, right? And recently Don Cheadle he was being interviewed, and the interviewer had asked him like, yo, you kind of Aunt Viv'd, Terrence Howard. And he was like, man, that ain't how it went. That ain't how it went at all. But what's funny is the fact that he actually gave the story about how he did come into the role of Rhodey. And in case you didn't know, as Iron Man's best friend and stuff like that, Don Cheadle is going to reprise the role of Rhodey in Armor Wars. And at first, it was going to be a Disney Plus series, thanks Chapek, but now it's getting converted into a full movie, right? So Cheadle went ahead and gave the full story of like what happened, and I just thought it was kind of funny. So let's just kind of go into it. He said that I was at my kid's laser tag birthday party, and they called me and said, "This is what's happening. We're giving you the offer. If you don't say yes, we're going to the next person. This is gonna happen very fast." So Marvel said, why don't you go ahead and take an hour and decide if you want to do it? And Cheetah was like, and Marvel was like, it was a 6-movie deal. And I was like, in an hour, I have to decide. But like, what are the other movies? And they're like, it's gonna be like these Avengers movies and this many Iron Man films. This is what it is. So you kind of have to say yes to this or not. Are you in or out? And when Cheeto asked Marvel to provide him with details regarding his arc his character would take, the studio merely said, we can't. We don't know any of that. But this is what it is. So you've got an hour. So Cheeto went on to say, like, yo, like, I'm at my kid's birthday party. Like, and Marvel just responded and was like, all right, go ahead and take 2 hours. Let me just tell you something. Old school Marvel, because I don't think Marvel would do this today, but old school Marvel was ruthless. They was like, look, you want this role or not? We're going to move on to the next black actor. Okay, we don't care. Because we recast with no issues around here at all. You want this role or not? Because we can see many other people playing this role. You got 2 hours. You in or you out? Dang. That's just rough. But hey, thankfully, Cheadle stepped up and he was like, yeah, I got this. I'll do it. I mean, it sucked that y'all couldn't give my man 24 hours. Like, could he have a piece of cake first? At least something? Jeez. Anywho, how y'all feel about Marvel strong arming Don Cheadle into playing the role of Rhodey? I don't know. I just thought it was funny, but hey, he's cool with it. It sounds like he's going to be also in Secret Invasion with Sam Jackson. So he's going to be in Secret Invasion. I believe that's going to also set up Armor Wars or vice versa. But yeah, that's how Marvel get down with it. But y'all let me know how you think about that in the comments down below. We're going to keep moving. We got another story from Marvel. It's Luke Cage. Now here's the thing. Mike Coulter, he's the brother that plays Luke Cage on the Netflix series. And as we know, some of the characters are coming back. Some might not. We already know Daredevil's back. It's probably going to be some multiverse stuff, whatever. But we have not heard anything about Luke Cage, at least not yet. And, it's messed up because I told y'all this story a while ago. Where was I? I was at the celebration of Black Cinema Awards like 2 years ago. And I ran into Mike Coulter, right? And like when I talked to him, I asked him about like, yo, what's up with Luke Cage? Like, you gonna do it? What's up? Now, the crazy thing is the fact that, like, this was like one of my first award shows. I don't really know how things go down there or not. So I'm like, okay, if I talk to a celebrity and let's say they give me some juicy information, can I report it? Like, is that okay? because I don't, because sometimes it might not be the right time and place. Like it's not a press event, but it's an awards, so it's kind of weird. So anyway, what he told me, I was like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I can't, it sucks that I can't report it. And then a year and a half later, I see him saying basically the same thing. So basically, I can definitely confirm this is how he feels in so many words. But he goes and says this during another interview. So when he was asked about playing the role of Luke Cage, he says it's one of those things where it's in the rear view mirror at this point. If somehow I get a call, my dance card is kind of full. If I get a call, something happens, great. If I had I had a good time, I'm happy, more than happy to let someone else take on the mantle or that role. That character's living on for a long time. Fans are going to have that character in one way, shape, or form for the rest of their lives. And I'm happy to have been part of that for those guys. So it sounds like he's good, and in so many words, what he had ended up telling me was that he's fine either way. If Marvel never calls him back, look, I'm doing Evil, the show Evil, which is also good. I got a movie playing. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks good. He's straight. He's like, yo, it's fine. Now, if they do want him back, like he'll come and do it, or at least that's my understanding. But I know what I told him was that, we don't have a lot of swole, dark-skinned brothers in the industry that can also act. We don't have that. So I'm not saying he's like the best black actor in the world or nothing like that. I'm just saying that combination is tough to find. And so far, he's really done, I think, a good job with Luke Cage, just from the appearance level and from just the acting as well. So anyway, it doesn't sound too optimistic that he's coming back, but I think that's also on Marvel because clearly they haven't either contacted him or they haven't expressed any plans or anything. So it's a little disappointing to hear that there isn't any traction. But hey, we got traction with Daredevil, but the other ones, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, how do you feel about this Luke Cage update? Do you want to see him back, or are you okay? Like, are you like, man, you know what? I got my fill of Luke Cage. He's kind of a supporting character anyway. Maybe you're good. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who we got? Puma Lee. What you got? Freaky Fridays, Cutthroat, MCU will cast whoever they want, whenever they want at that. Recast T'Challa, not Junior. And yes, to Gus, Breaking Bad, and playing Xavier. We're all here for it. Thank you so much for that, Puma. Appreciate you. And yes, they will, like when they feel like it. Like if they want to do it, they will. What have I been saying? What have I been saying for years? I've been saying this for years. Nobody listens to me. Nobody. I've been saying Marvel can do whatever they want. How I know y'all, if you've been here for the last, I don't know, 2 years, you've heard me say that over and over. I'm a broken record. Marvel can do whatever they want. They want to cast somebody, they're going to cast somebody. They want to delay something, they're going to delay something. They want to push something forward, they're going to push it forward. If they want to pump something up, they're going to pump it up. Marvel can do whatever they want. Never forget. Whew. Thank you, Puma. I appreciate you. What else we have? Oh, wait, hold on. I think I skipped someone. Hold on. Let me go back. Wait, dang. Hey, how far back did I go? Ty, did I say thank you? I don't know if I did. If I didn't, I'm sorry. If I did, you get another one. Thank you for the super sticker, Ty. Appreciate you. Let's see. Okay, wait. Who else? I just want to make sure I ain't skip nobody. Oh, Alan, what you got? I got you, comment. Thank you so much, Alan. I appreciate you. If Charles Xavier is MLK, Magneto is Malcolm, then the House of X Charles is MLK. If he had lived past the 60s, real talk, for real. Yeah. And you know, it really depends on how they want to go about it. Like, I know that in the comics, they really tied real life social issues to the characters. However, I wouldn't be surprised, because the problem that you run into is the age issue, right? Like, do you have to make Professor X super old and be a part of the 60s? Well, what about Magneto? Because Magneto was part of the Holocaust and all of that, and that came like way earlier. And like, what do you do with that? So, you know, rather than going into specific social issues or events, I think if I'm Marvel, I would much rather replicate those situations and replicate those social issues in a slightly different context, right? So I would say something of the effect of, yes, racism exists. As we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, racism is a thing that happens in the MCU. That's not up for debate. But I would just go a little step further, and I would maybe even create a situation. And that way Marvel could have a little bit more wiggle room with their time, because again, yes, they're supposed to reflect the real world, but it's not the real world. You know, like, everything that happens in real life does not need to be forced into the MCU. But you can mimic it. You can have like you know, all you need is some form of discrimination, because that's what the X-Men always represented. They always represented an oppressed group that was being discriminated against. That's it, you know, and terrorized. So, you know, if you do that, you could put Professor X at any time period, and that way you won't be forced to try and like find some 80, 90, 100-year-old actor to play this stuff and all that. So, but anyway, thank you for that, Alan. I appreciate you as always. Puma. Oh, wait, we got that one. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh, Eden, thank you, sir. My goodness, what is going on? My man, thank you so much. Appreciate that, man. That is a wonderful contribution. Um, let's see. You said, I am happy Don Cheadle is getting a deal with Disney. He is a great actor and is 58. Damn, years old. Sorry, that was a Kevin Hart thing. Kevin Hart. I read it too fast. And I think, for the record, I think he's 56. I don't know if he's 50. I think he's 56. You got me. Oh man, thank you for that, Eden. I appreciate you, man. Jump the gun now. Oh man. Hold on. Actually, I got oh snaps. Hold on. We got a Cash App here. This one is from Low-Key. Oh, thank you so much, Low-Key, for supporting the channel. Low-Key, thank you so much. That is awesome. $20 Cash App. Appreciate you so much. Sending some love right back to you. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Impossible. What's going on? Nah, they already erased T'Challa. Marvel needs to bring Luke Cage back with Mike Coulter ASAP. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. If they want to bring Luke Cage back, that's fine. Now, personally, I already told you I'm not down with the substitution. I'm not down with, okay, no more T'Challa, so now you can only get Luke Cage. Like, no, give me all of them. I want all of them back. Okay, like it. Listen, we done time travel. We done multiverse. Give me everything now. Just give me everything. Ain't no reason for anybody to be losing stuff. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Let's see. AJ, what you got? Just wanted to say hi. How are you doing, E-Man and E-Fam? Well, thank you so much. Hey, listen, blessed, black, and highly favored, right? You know, feeling good. And you know, the weekend is upon us. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm feeling good. And I hope y'all are feeling good as well. But thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you supporting the channel like that. All right, what else do we have? Okay, so we got that. Oh, okay. All right, look, I'm gonna give y'all a heads up. I need y'all to calm down. Okay, calm down. Y'all boy, Nate Moore, has done an interview recently. And during that interview, he talked about a couple things. One of the things that he talked about was the ins and outs, of course, of what went down during, Chadwick's passing and what they did and all that. Now, I am not going to go through the full 30-minute conversation. If you want to do that, you can definitely be my guest. It's on Deadline. If you go to Deadline, Nate Moore, scroll down a little bit, you can listen to the full 30 minutes right there. Okay, so you can do that. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a little tired of this subject. I'm never gonna be tired about talking about Black representation on screen. But I'm a little tired of the fact that this topic keeps getting doubled down and reinforced in that direction. Now, I have told y'all in the past that it was always possible that we would get more information after the movie comes out. And after, I don't think the cast and crew are going to say anything else, but I was going to say that, like, don't be surprised. I think I've told y'all this. Don't be surprised after the movie, after some time, after people have moved on. Don't be surprised if, like, more details come out now that people are more free to talk about it, right? So Nate Moore had some comments and wanted to talk about a couple things. So I'm just going to give you the quick highlights of a couple things. I'm not trying to piss nobody off either, because I know I was listening to some things like let me have a round two. I'm sitting there like, let me have a round two and talk to Nate Moore. Like, y'all giving straight up 30 minutes. Let me have 30 minutes. Okay. Because I had like 15 other questions out of my, I don't know, I could only ask like 2.5, 3. But I had 15 other questions I could ask. But let's kind of go through a couple things. So I would say, like, talking about what happened after Chad's passing is probably the only part where he adds a little bit new details. If you watch my interview with him, a lot of this stuff is being echoed already. Like, he's doubling down on a lot of this stuff already anyway. But I did want to just share with you guys a couple things that were slightly new, and we'll talk about them. So he talks about here how, they reacted to Chadwick Boseman's death. Let's see. So he says, I remember literally I was on the treadmill and I got the call and I was like, wait, what happened? And then we get on the phone call and your mind is processing it as an idea and not as an emotional experience. Then he goes on to say, like, the notion of recasting never crossed my mind. I couldn't imagine saying to Letitia or Angela or Lupita, hey, here's the new T'Challa, because we are people, who have to make something we believe in and emotionally can get behind. All right, let me just comment on that before I go on. But y'all did do that. You did do that. Remember little Divine Love, the young man that y'all wanted to push forward as T'Challa Jr.? That is what you did. You just didn't do it the way that you wanted to do it the other way. Like, and don't get me wrong, because there's always going to be some uninformed person that shows up here and says, like, you don't care about the cast and crew and you don't know. Stop. I never told the cast and crew how they were supposed to do their jobs. I never did that. I never told them how or when they should recast. I never did that. I gave options. I gave recommendations. I pointed out the fact that they were not caught in the corner that they've been trying to portray themselves to be in. That's all. I never said, even with the petition, that Marvel must do this recast this way and on my terms. And I never said that. That was never the point of recast T'Challa. To recast T'Challa was always supposed to put social pressure on Marvel and Disney, and it was always supposed to penetrate the ether, penetrate the mindset that there was no other option available. And what I mean by other option was people just thought you have no choice. You gotta kill T'Challa too. You gotta get rid of him. What else can we do? People couldn't conceive it because they were feeling other ways. And I understood that. That's why I've been saying, hey, you have other options. Nobody said that you had to bring T'Challa back in this specific movie. If you wanted to take a break, if you wanted to tell a different story, you could do that. Nobody told you that you had to do it right then and there. I know I didn't. I was like, look, if T'Challa doesn't come back until Black Panther 3, totally understand. Totally understand. And I told y'all, and I won't reveal who I spoke to, but let's just say someone very, very close to the situation, someone who had extreme influence and power in giving us what we saw on screen. When I talked to this individual, and I even just brought up the idea of like, did y'all ever consider having the story take place during the blip? You know, when they actually lost T'Challa for 5 years? You know how like they could have talked about grief during those 5 years? Did they not grieve before? You know, like, and I asked the person, I was like, man, how many times did Wakanda have to suffer? You know, I go through all these things, and this person that I'm speaking to was like, oh my gosh, never thought about that. Never thought about that. And again, I'm not trying to say this because I don't want somebody to take what I'm saying and run with it as news. That's why I'm not giving out any names, and I'm not trying to get in no trouble. But just take my word for it. It's somebody very close to the situation. But like just the mere fact that like y'all didn't think about that. Like, this is y'all job. So you couldn't think of another way to have the characters grieve, and you couldn't think of another person to play T'Challa, but then you go and introduce a T'Challa Jr. Like, what do you? Let me just go on. He goes on to say, I've said this and it's true. Disney never said you have to make the movie, so figure it out. They said, well, if you don't have to, don't make the movie. If you guys don't want to make the movie, please don't make the movie on our account. And Nate Moore goes on to say, and how do you narratively then, if we didn't want T'Challa in the movie, which we didn't, how do you narratively then address that absence in a way that felt honest? The blip. You had 5 years. Everybody died. Half of the universe died. Narratively, that's how you do it. Even if you didn't want to do the blip, even if you didn't want to do that, you got a whole time traveler with Kang running around doing stuff. You can't come up with something. It's fiction. It's fiction. Anything is possible with fiction. So it makes me very cautious and weary when I hear creatives acting as though they can't see other creative paths. When if you spend, I don't know, 15 minutes on the internet and just talk about T'Challa, talk about Black Panther, somebody could have given you 15 other ideas. Like, easy. Go to a Reddit forum or something. And it's troubling because according to Marvel, like, this is their words about themselves. They are storytellers. They are that is their number one thing. We want to tell stories. But y'all couldn't think of nothing else. Y'all couldn't think of no other story. All right. It gets a little bit more here. No, what did I just say? Yeah, because that was the only way that felt authentic, and we knew we had a reaction to the passing, and clearly the world did, or at least his fans did. So it felt like the most genuine thing we could do as storytellers is use that a little bit of as a little bit of fuel in a way that hopefully respects the reality of the situation. All right, here's the other thing. We cleared everything with Simone. Now, in case you didn't know, Simone is Chadwick Boseman's widow, his wife. We cleared everything with Simone at every step of the way, because at no point did we want to do something where the family said, whoa, 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 don't do that. But also allow the characters to grieve and experience the thing that the people experience, hopefully in a way that ultimately is cathartic. So you only talk to Simone? And I want to be extremely respectful about this, because I actually, if you go into the FAQs for the Recast T'Challa petition on change.org, I actually addressed this. I actually addressed whether or not what if the family was on board? Like, what if the family was cool with getting rid of T'Challa and all of that stuff and killing him off? Would that change my position? And I've said from the jump, I respect the family's position on this and their feelings, and I would respectfully disagree, because at the end of the day, Chadwick Boseman is not bigger than T'Challa, and T'Challa is, and Chadwick Boseman is and should be remembered as more than just T'Challa, right? So T'Challa is bigger than Chadwick, but Chadwick is more than just T'Challa. Okay? So it's a little disappointing to hear that was the only consultation. I totally understand that though. And I told you guys this as well. And I've been on record saying this, so I'm not contradicting myself at all. I've said for the longest that, like, there was no record or documentation for the past 2 years that I knew of where the family was actually being consulted. Now they're letting that know. Now it's out there for public record. Now they're actually saying it in an interview. 2 years later, now y'all saying this. Well, must be nice, I guess. Right now, the Black Panther movie, I think it is tracking at around 800 million or something like that. Obviously, it's not going to touch the billion that the first movie did. I'm a little disappointed that they didn't also reach out, because to Derek Boseman. I mean, he was vocal about this for a while, but I think if you go back to his first interview in 2018, I think, or not in 2018, in December, after Chadwick passed, I think he already knew. I'm not speaking for him. I just think that he already knew that Marvel had already made up their mind and he wasn't going to change their mind. I think. But yeah, I mean, either way, I think that it's also very clear that this movie underperformed. I'm not going to call it a flop, because making $800 million is nothing to laugh at. But you made 800 something million dollars without your lead character, without the franchise character, and you wanted to focus on the mantle. Now that does bring up another question for another movie. Like, is that going to work for Captain America? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, how do you guys feel about Nate Morris' conversations here? He was in consultation with Simone, at least. And about him, we've heard him say this before, but he's tripling down on it that he could not see anyone else playing T'Challa, but y'all went ahead and did it anyway. Like, okay, all right. And they never thought about the blip, like, at all. So, another one. Anywho, y'all let me know what you think down below. Now this did continue because in the conversation he did, on a positive note, maybe depending on how you want to interpret it. He does go on to talk about some of the black characters, that are coming to Marvel. And I mean, in my interview with him, I also brought this up because I was like, yo, like, is the theme of black love something that, y'all think about? Like, I want to know, is that on y'all radar? Because we care about seeing positive black love on screen, is that something that's on y'all radar? He said, yeah, it is. We'll see. But I also mentioned, like, yo, what's up with Storm? What's going on? So now in this interview, he does kind of, he was asked a similar question about that. And he ended up saying, like, yes, there's no secret. The X-Men are coming home. If you talk Storm and Bishop, they're two of the great characters in that franchise that I certainly could pitch you ideas all day of. We're early days on the reboot. Okay. So he's throwing out Storm's name. He's throwing out Bishop's name. And I'm going to be very honest with y'all. I'm going to be very, very honest. For a long time, I was never checking for Bishop because, for me, when Bishop came around, especially in the cartoon, I was like, oh, who's this? Like, oh, this is cool. And they never really gave Bishop no love. So for me, even as a comic reader, I just did not get enough of Bishop to make him matter outside of him just being black. I'm here for him, but I'm just saying, like, they never really built him up because at the end of the day, they made, in my opinion, Bishop just a cheaper black version of Cable, just a time traveling mutant, and that's it. Now, meanwhile, Cable got a whole backstory. He got a whole history. He going against Apocalypse. He got all this stuff going on. And Bishop's just a black man that just come back and that's it. So forgive me for not being very excited for Bishop because in my opinion, I don't believe that they've really given him the love and nurture that I wish they would have. Of course, I'm here for Storm all day. That's no question, of course, with that. But Bishop, I'm a little iffy about. However, Nate Moore did go on and talk about somebody else. And this one, you got my attention. He also mentioned that he was interested in bringing Blue Marvel to the MCU. Okay. This is what he ended up saying. He said, and then there's a fantastic character who's relatively recent in Marvel named the Blue Marvel, who is fascinating. So he's a character who is almost Superman in strength and powers, who in the 60s operated as a Blue Marvel mask character. But in a fight, his mask is ripped off and people realize he's black. And President John F. Kennedy asked him to go back undercover because he's scaring people because he's going to upset the powder keg of the civil rights era. And he's since been introduced into Marvel Publishing as a really smart, almost Captain Nemo character. Like he takes great space voyages and he goes on these grand adventures, but he's a great character. But there's so many. I mean, there's really a lot. There's a lot of exciting stuff that's gonna come. All right. So I'll say this. Now, Blue Marvel, give me that all day. I'm here for Blue Marvel all day. I will do that. But I'm also nervous with that too. I don't know if they're going to give Blue Marvel the treatment that I think he deserves. I think that you're only going to get a Blue Marvel, maybe if you're lucky, in a movie. I wouldn't be surprised if they just did a 60-minute special. And after that, they regulate him as a supporting character that just shows up once in a while. I would not be surprised if that were the case. So I'm not going to get my hopes up. I like the fact that he's at least excited about this. I like the fact that he's at least putting this out there. Because let's be honest, whether you're a fan of Nate Moore or not, it's because of Nate Moore that we even have Black Panther. Nate Moore was the one that was like, yo, I'll take charge of this. I'll push this forward. He's the reason why we even have Black Panther at all in the MCU, for better or worse. So I'm here for it. The only thing I can hope for is that if and when Blue Marvel comes around, and Bishop and Storm, that they just hire some great directors and writers that can really take them up to the level that I think they can have, I think they can attain. But we'll see. Anywho, how are you feeling about the Black characters that potentially could be coming to the MCU? Are you excited for Storm? Are you looking forward to Bishop? Are you excited for Blue Marvel? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. I got one here. No, two. All right. Sim, what you got? Happy New Year. Thanks as always. And my little man Luke says hi. What's up, Luke? It's his birthday and he wanted to watch tonight's live with popcorn. Awesome. Hey, Luke, happy birthday. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Hopefully, we're not keeping you past bedtime. I don't know how old you are, but however old you are, happy birthday to you. Thank you so, so much. Really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. Let's see. Hold on. I actually got snaps. Hold on now. We got another cash app here from my man Brian. What's going on? The $3 cash app is Brian from the Vet Squad. Much love. Hey, much love right back to you. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate you. Then we got Miss Harper. Look at Miss Harper out here giving the love. Appreciate you for the $20 cash app. That is so, so wonderful. She says to keep up the excellent work. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you so, so much. By the way, I'm almost done with that. What was it? That seasoning, that sauce or whatever you gave me. That listen, I'm just saying if there's a way to order it or something, like pass that info. Let a brother know so I can order something because that sauce is delicious. But thank you so, so much for that. I appreciate you all for those cash apps. Hold on, I got Orlando, what happened to your comment? Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find it, but thank you so much for the contribution either way. Impossible, back at it. They recast Thunderbolt Ross quick. Yes, they did. If they wanted to explain in story T'Challa's change of appearance of recasting, there's precedence for that with the Oracle from Matrix. Marvel is being lazy, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, listen, there were a lot of ways that they could go about it. And for whatever reason, they just didn't have the heart, and I say that respectfully. They didn't have the heart to do it. They felt like it was not going to be authentic. They felt as though they wouldn't be able to believe it. They felt as though they wouldn't be able to get behind it or whatever. So they did what they did. We're just going to have to wait and see how that actually pans out, But anywho, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you so, so much. Reese, come through. Marvel, bad people, no more Marvel. Chad and Derek want to recast. Treat Chadwick nice. Chadwick's not happy now. Love Chadwick 3000. More recast T'Challa. Reese, thank you so, so much for that. Always appreciate your contributions to the channel. And yeah, we definitely want to see more T'Challa in the future. Hopefully we get that. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you so much, Reese. I appreciate you. I see what you got. Black Panther Wakanda Forever made $500 million less than the first one. What lessons do you think Marvel learned from this? And what lessons did the rest of Hollywood learn from this? So I don't think there was a lesson learned, to be honest with you. I think that if I'm Marvel, and not me, but I'm trying to put myself in their shoes based off of the interviews, based off of what they said, based off of how the cast and crew have felt. I think for them, they're looking at this more as a personal passion project rather than a money-making project like the rest of them are, right? Everything in the MCU is a money-making project at the end of the day. But I think they're looking at this movie as the exception. I think they're looking at this movie as, you know what, regardless of what this movie makes, we made it with our heart, and that's all that matters. I don't think they're going to learn this. Listen, this is one of the reasons why, just one of them, why I was never pushing for a boycott. It's one of the reasons why, because I told y'all money does not affect Marvel, a huge studio like that, the same way that it affects smaller studios. A boycott could affect Sony. A boycott could affect, I don't know, A24, Universal. Those type of properties will be like, oh my gosh, we got to change. Marvel makes too much money where if they see a dip, they're just going to keep going. Let me tell you something. Black Panther 3 is still going to happen. They're still going to make another Black Panther and move on like business as usual. Because they lose money, they're going to make up an excuse, even if they are disappointed, they're still going to keep going. So this is one of the reasons, like I said, the financial stuff is not going to affect them the way some people think it does, because Marvel doesn't act like other studios. They're not like other studios. So you cannot apply traditional logic and traditional tactics and traditional thinking with an unconventional entity. You know, I told y'all before, Marvel can do whatever they want, right? Other studios don't do that. Other studios usually have to play by the book because that's all they know how to do. Marvel don't play by the book. Marvel's already literally writing another book. I told y'all, we ain't never seen a connected multiverse cinematic universe like this. Who else is doing that? DC been trying to do it for the past 10 years and they can't get that right. So Sony, don't nobody even know what Sony doing. Sony just throw out characters and we just figuring out who they are. I don't even know if they know who they are. So what Marvel is doing, what Disney is doing, they're on a whole different level. And it's at that point where, like, if they miss or if they have a misstep, it's nothing because the game is going to keep going for them. So I personally don't think that they've learned anything from this, because I think they're chalking this up as, nope, we made this as a tribute. We're going to put it over here and we're going to make $1 billion on the next movie. So anyway, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Team Tech Boy, what you got? What's up, E-Fam? I wanted to share my mom's surgery went well. Great. And she's back home recovering. She's here watching with me tonight. Yes, Mama Team Tech Boy. Good to hear that. Thank you so much for that wonderful update. So happy that you are doing well. That is what I'm talking about. Yes. Good news. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. And yes, wishing you a very, very speedy recovery as well. Thank you. Didier, would you rather Kang age up T'Challa Jr. or a variant T'Challa comes in? I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't care. Now, I'm very it depends on how they want to play out either one. Personally, I don't care if they want to age up or if they want to do a variant, because you could age up T'Challa Jr. and make him a crappy character, and I'm gonna have a problem with that. You could bring in a variant and make him a crappy character, and I'm gonna have a problem with that, right? I just want, whichever route they take, put some respect on T'Challa's name. Whether it's variant, whether it's Junior, put some respect on T'Challa's name, okay? I need that character to have them hands. I need that character to be super intelligent. I need that character to be just all about their business, okay? Like straight shooter, no chaser, okay? That's what I want. So for me, I understand that there are some people that want more accuracy to the comics. I understand that. I also understand that Marvel don't really care about accuracy because they're not talking to comic fans anymore. They're talking to general audiences. So what matters in the grand scheme of things, you have the accuracy, right? But in the grand scheme of things, it's all about the portrayal. It's all about the representation. Because in my mind, yes, in a perfect world, you gonna give me a Reginald Hunlin version of T'Challa, a Christopher Priest version of T'Challa in a perfect world, right? That's what I would want. I don't care who it is. That's the version I would want. However, I also understand that because this is a different medium, I'm not going to rule out the fact that whether it's a junior, whether it's a variant, whatever the MCU T'Challa is, it might also, if it's done right, it might also inspire people to go read the comics. It might also inspire some little kid out there to go get more information about Wakanda through the source material, right? Because I know for me, a lot of things, I wasn't introduced to comics straight up. I was introduced to the cartoons first. So I was watching Spider-Man cartoons, and then I went to go watch then I went to go read the comics. I watched the BET Black Panther animated series. It came on like 2:00 in the morning or whatever. And then I was like, oh, what is this? And I was like, I need to read more Black Panther comics, right? So, like, if the MCU just puts respect on T'Challa's name, I mean, yes, it has problems. We already understand that. That's a foregone conclusion on the past T'Challa. But as long as they put whatever version and put some real respect on him, I hope that it's done so well that it overshadows their missteps and it creates such a positive ripple effect that people really start to see what the character was always meant to represent. So thank you for that, Didier. Hopefully that answered the question. Puma, what you got? They are going to do Blue Marvel like Captain Marvel, lackluster story and action. Needs Lovecraft writers for Black characters, still recast T'Challa. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully they will do better. Hopefully they pick people. Listen, hopefully they do better than what they're doing with Blade right now. Okay. Hopefully they listen. Like, when it comes to characters like that, I'm gonna tell you this. If you're going to do a Blue Marvel movie or special or whatever, do not do what you did in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Don't dance around the racial stuff. I don't need y'all to sit here and be like, oh, the police just came up and they did. Okay, we're not going to talk about it. I want you to talk about it. I want the characters to talk about it. I need more stronger inferences made so that the casual viewer that this stuff doesn't resonate with really understands the implications. And I need, because I understand that, Blue Marvel does mainly take place like in the 60s and in the past. I also want you to reflect and demonstrate how the same nonsense, the racial issues that were happening back then, still permeate today. They still happen today. It ain't one of those things like, that was in the past, forget about it. Leave it back then. We're in a different time now. No, we not. No, we not. No, we not. Listen, George Floyd happened not too long ago. We just had another brother just get tased to death by the police now. I forget the young man's name. Kenny Anderson, I think, or Anderson Kenny. I forget. I apologize. But, if you're going to tackle these things, do it. If you're doing Blue Marvel, go full steam. Don't dance around none of that. Because that's why what's the guy's name? Kevin, the guy who created Blue Marvel, Jabro, I forget his name. I'm sorry. It's Kevin something. I know y'all put it in the comments. But he created this Black character to say it with his chest. You know what I'm saying? So they hopefully they go all in. Hopefully. Lost and Found. It's interesting that the original story for Wakanda Forever is actually now the basis for Ant-Man 3. Was Marvel really going to have back-to-back movies with the same topic? The story doesn't add up, in my opinion. I don't know. I would not be surprised if I haven't seen Ant-Man 3 yet, so I don't really know what the story is. I put it to you like this. It's not going to be the first time that Marvel has like repeated similar themes. the stories might be a little different. I mean, look, who doesn't have daddy issues in the MCU? So I don't know. I gotta watch Ant-Man too. So I gotta. We'll see. We'll see how close it was or is when the movie comes out. But thank you so much for that, Lost and Found. I appreciate you. Okay, straight from the comment section. Thank you so much. Haven't caught a live in a while. Happy New Year. My goodness, yo, thank you so much. That is so wonderful. Thank you for that. I love you. I love the name straight from the comment section. That's funny. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. That is a wonderful comment. All right, let's go. What else do we have? Okay, we did the Blue Marvel, name more. Speaking of which, let's just get another brilliant idea in here, because Marvel, I should have brought this up before, but this was brought up a couple weeks ago, and I kind of rolled my eyes when I saw it, and I was just kind of like, man, shut up. But y'all, let me address something real quick. When I talked about recast T'Challa, we live in a world, in the social media world, where if you say one thing, people gonna run with it, no matter how clear you are, no matter how specific you are. People gonna want to run and twist things upside down just to confirm their own bias, right? So you can say something like, yo, recast T'Challa, and somebody out of left field will be like, why do you hate black women? What? Or yo, recast T'Challa, well, there's gonna be a Black Panther. Wasn't nobody talking about the mantle. Like, people will twist things in the weirdest nonsensical ways. Seriously, like, it defies logic and reasoning how people go upside down and do these mental gymnastics. I've had to go on other channels and literally explain myself and tell people, like, because people be like, man, like why don't you support black women? I'm like, look, me saying recast T'Challa is like me saying, let's save the whales, and y'all coming at me talking about why do you hate puppies? Like, what do you want me to do? Say save the whales and the puppies? Because if I say save the whales and puppies, what's next? How come you hate kittens? I can't win. I can't win if y'all gonna keep moving these goalposts to illogical straw man arguments. It's not going to work, right? So I have always tried to keep the message clear, and I have denounced the negative stuff. So for the people out there that are actually saying misogynistic, sexist, bigoted stuff, I condemn that stuff, but I'm going to stay on message, right? So one of the reasons that I've also said was that I wanted to have T'Challa recast eventually, because we have never had that level of representation in the black community where we have a strong black man and a strong black woman on screen together. Because I have talked about how so many people, when you sitting here putting all this energy to go against the recast movement, you don't even realize that we're really trying to fight for equality for every gender, all of the black folks that are on screen. Because if you can't fight for T'Challa, you think you're going to fight for Shuri? If something happened, let's not forget, Shuri, Letitia Wright, she was almost in some hot water with that anti-vax stuff back in the day. There was a time, we got to document it. There was a time people was like, recast Shuri. They didn't even let this lady get the bag yet. They was ready to get rid of her. I didn't see not one person sitting here talking about, trying to defend Shuri or nothing. And I was sitting here saying, like, yo, this is why I'm trying to fight for T'Challa, because if we can fight for the main character, then now we can protect everybody else. Earlier, as I started this off, I made sure to play the anthem for y'all. And the reason why I did that was really because I wanted to remind y'all how long I've been saying this So this ain't no new thing. This ain't, oh, how come you haven't brought up the women part before? And I've been saying this. People been selectively disregarding this because it never fit y'all bias and it never was able to be confirmed. It didn't fit your story. You know, not y'all. I'm talking about the other people that was hating. You know, a lot of other people, it didn't fit. So when I would talk about Black women, when I would talk about equal representation and equal elevation, y'all wasn't hearing it. I've been telling y'all this. We even put it in the video. Let's go to the roll that beautiful bean footage. You know, let's put this up here.
Shuri can be the queen of the nation. Women should feast. We want elevation. Now, wouldn't it be dope if they rose?
Let me tell y'all something. Let me get this banner out the way. Let me get the, because y'all know I'm gonna come with the receipts. Y'all know I'm gonna come with the receipts. Okay. When I tell you that every second, and by the way, shout out to my man, Chief Wakil, who was the creator of this song and all and the lyrics and all that. I mean, I did the video, my man did all the music and all the other stuff. Every shot, every second you see in this video is intentionally made. Like if I did a full breakdown of this video, like I'm telling you, everything had thought and purpose behind it. There was a reason why I sat down with Chief and I told him, I was like, look, every lyric that you make with this song, and we went through every bar, every line, like this was constantly back and forth. We had to iron it out to make sure every point we were talking about was crystal clear. Okay. And the other thing is, I was like, we need to put this in lyrics on the video so people can hear it and people can see it at the same time.
We can be the
How come you don't like Black women? Why you don't like Shuri?
queen of the nation.
The queen. Shuri can be the queen. Shuri can be the queen.
Women should feast.
Women should feast. Feast. That means they should eat. Pull up a plate, Black women. Come on, get you a plate and let's get in on this. Okay? We want elevation. Come on, Chief. Where's my man, Chief? Hey, yeah, that's you, bro. Come on, bro. I'm just letting the people know what we've been saying from the jump. Women should feast. We want elevation.
Now, wouldn't it be
dope if they could rose up together? Wouldn't that be dope? Y'all think I put this image up there for no reason? Let me tell y'all something, because I completely didn't even talk about why I'm bringing this up. It's all this setup. I bring this all up. I bring all of this up that I've been talking about recast, that I've been pushing for the idea of having two powerful Black figures on screen at the same damn time. Marvel had a brilliant idea. Look at that. Marvel Studios wanted two Black Panthers simultaneously in the MCU. Get out of town, Charlie Brown. Whew, okay. So, Letitia Wright said here, this was Empire. They said, I imagine there's a lot of weight attached to that suit for many reasons. Can you talk me through your emotions putting on that suit and stepping on the set, and what the reaction was? Letitia said it was bittersweet. Shuri was always gonna do it, but it was gonna be done in a different way where her brother was gonna be alongside her, really explore that, like the comics, the ways that T'Challa and Shuri would be Black Panther alongside each other and try to figure out how to defend their nation. Let me put this back
together without doing something as cold as erasing them. We got
basically what I've been saying. Just this. If you wanted that, you could have just recast eventually. But I think that if what she's saying is true, I'm not going to say she's lying, but if that is true, you still could have done that. There was nothing stopping you from doing that, because I told y'all It's fiction. You can do whatever you want with fiction, right? And Marvel has demonstrated time and time again, they are going to do whatever they want as well. If they want to recast, they'll recast. If they want to change a story, they'll change the story. If they want to delay something, they'll delay it. So, shout out to them for having the brilliant idea of wanting to have 2 Black Panthers on screen eventually and not doing it. Maybe they age up Junior. Maybe we get a variant. Maybe we get 2 Black Panthers on screen down the road some other way. I don't know. But yeah, kind of nice. Anyway, what do y'all think about Marvel having this idea that they never really went through with? And how do you feel about it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Oh, snaps. Hold on now. Hold on. We got the cash apps flowing tonight. Okay. Oh, woo, Renee, that's funny. Rizzo, what you say here? She said $5 cash app. Send Nate more to DC. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. All right. So now that we've got all that, we're not gonna end on a bad note. At least I hope not. Now we have got to get to the point. I think a lot of you guys have already watched this. So if you have seen it, cool. If not, hey, we about to check it out now. But the Ant-Man 3 trailer came out. Like I said, I was a little concerned about spoilers, but the internet won't let you rest. They're gonna spoil stuff anyway. Kind of sucks because the movie's like almost a month away, and I'm like, why can't y'all just chill out? Like, we were good. But anyway, you know, so I'm gonna watch the trailer with y'all and see what it's about, and yeah, and then we'll react to that. So let's go. All right. Let's get the trailer up here. Get this loaded. Okay. All right, let's get this out the way too. I want to get this out the way. All right. I want to see. Okay, so this is gonna be my first time watching this, at least in full. I've seen screenshots and stuff everywhere, but I did want to at least see this. And then let's see what they got. All right, here we go.
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger. You have a daughter, but you've lost a lot of time. Like
Cassie in jail?
We can help each other with that.
Like father, like daughter. Dumb self.
Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want.
Kang gang. Kang gang.
Time.
I can rewrite existence and shatter timelines. You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is.
Ha! Bodog.
Grant has lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Let me make this easy for you. You will bring me what I need, or everything you call a life will end.
This is all my fault.
It is.
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
You thought you could win.
I don't have to win.
He squashed him.
We both just have to lose. sorry, Cassie.
Oh yeah. Kang gang. What? What did I tell you? What did I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all that Creed finna get washed and Ant-Man finna get squashed? Did y'all see that book? My man squashed Ant-Man. I love it. I'm here for this. I don't care what happens in this movie. I'm here for Kang Gang all day. That's it. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about. Let me tell you something. We was Kangs, okay? We was Kangs, and I'm gonna tell you this right now. All this time travel stuff, it don't even matter if Kang loses or dies in this movie. You know why? Because we don't die, we multiply. That's Kang Gang for life. Okay? Because if he died, it don't matter. There's gonna be another one. Y'all don't understand. This listen. My man gave him a whole A-Town stomp right to the face. Okay? This is he about to beat the mess out this boy. Scott Lang is done. That's it. He's toast. Give it up. Talking about we both finna lose. Oh, you finna lose. You gonna lose. And here's the thing. Kang can't lose. This Kang can lose and another Kang finna come right in. We just saw Kang, the He Who Remains, get stabbed in Loki. What happened? What did he say? See you soon. It don't mean nothing. He coming right back. Come on, we gotta watch this again. I'm sorry, we gotta watch this again. Let me get this back up here. Because this right here, this is exactly, yo. This is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I wanted. My man gave him a straight boot to the face. Like, we ain't playing with you, Scott. Let's go.
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang.
Okay, so
You're an Avenger.
Got a little podcast book on that.
You have a daughter.
Now, why Cassie in jail? What are they? I think, and look, I'm not giving you no full breakdown. I don't know. Listen, this is my first time really watching this. I ain't really read none of them articles or nothing. All I know is, at least from the first trailer and now this one, I get a strong feeling Cassie about to get on my last nerves. Cassie's about to get on my nerves because Cassie, at least from what we saw in the last one, she was the one talking to people in the quantum realm. She the one out here now getting locked up. She was the one. This was all my fault. Listen, Cassie finna get on my last nerves. I got that feeling already. I'm not feeling this at all. But anyway, let's go in. She already looking like a troublemaker.
But you've lost a lot of time, like me. We can help each other with that.
Look at him. Let her go. She needs to be on timeout anyway.
Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. What's that? Time.
You know what I love about, first of all, I've told y'all from the jump, the moment Jonathan Majors was cast, go back to the old videos. I told y'all this brother can act. I told y'all from the last Black Man in San Francisco to Lovecraft Country, this brother can act. This is not even the beginning of what he can be like. You saw what he could do as He Who Remains, that wacky, kooky kind of guy. Now you see this cool, calm, slick demeanor as Kang the Conqueror. Oh, you thought you could win? Oh my God. And he still got some more. He still got some more coming. Y'all don't even, I can't wait till they show him as Ramatut. When he was an Egyptian Kang for real. We finna go crazy. Listen. Okay, let me get back. Just a smooth line of delivery. I can give you time. I'm the one man that can give it to you. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, brother. Come on.
It can rewrite existence and shatter timelines.
Now, technically, this has already happened. If you look back at Loki, this already happened. Okay? He already rewrote reality. He already changed up the timeline. The TVA is already taken over by the real Kang. This Kang, from what the statue looks like. Now, of course, the TVA exists outside of time. So while we are inside of here and we're getting like the more linear story being told, technically this has already happened. Because at least in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they take time as being circular. So the past is already like the future's already happened and the past happened, and all of this, it's just all connected, right? Man, listen. And on the poster, if I'm not mistaken, on the poster, it said witness the beginning of a dynasty. Let's not forget the next Avengers movie is Kang Dynasty, okay, or Secret Wars, whatever. Kang Gang is in the building. That's all that matters. Okay. Kang is finna take over. He finna have a whole dynasty. It's already happened. My goodness. I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Come on. Look at it. I like this. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know where he's at, but it looks like he's somewhere where time is wonky, right? Where he can literally create variants of himself. I'm assuming, I mean, we already know Marvel puts that nice little scientific slap sticker on there and just says time works differently here. So we ain't gonna get I doubt we get a deep explanation about this, but it clearly looks like he's able to multiply himself here with variants of himself because, again, time travel is just weird. Or maybe wherever he's at, I don't know what this orange place is. This could be I don't know, some time thing. Maybe it's the corner of time. I don't know, but I like the idea of him having variants of himself. But here's the thing. My concern right now, and it's not with Kang, because we already know Kang has he has infinite variants of himself. Kang is an infinite problem. He's always an issue. The one thing that I'm a little concerned with in this movie is that when you see that with Scott, don't be surprised, because I know I've heard a lot of people talk about this. Scott Lang is going to die at this point. So which one is going to die? A variant? Because at this point, listen, I've watched enough of Naruto to know that if a clone dies, that doesn't mean the real one dies. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I would not be surprised if, Scott Lang dies, but it's a variant of him that dies. And the only issue I have with this is it decreases the stakes. It makes it less of an impact. Because if there was only one Scott Lang and Scott Lang died, we gonna feel that. But if it's like 50 Scott Langs and it's a bunch of variants all around, if we see one die, don't be surprised if, like, I don't know, later on we like, oh, he was there all along. Oh, nice heartfelt reunion with him and his daughter, blah, 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 blah. So that's my only concern with this. Because, again, you playing with time travel, you got variants, he's splitting himself up. And I think I saw somewhere later on he had like 50 million of himself or whatever. I just hope it doesn't take away from the stakes. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it doesn't. But we'll see.
You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this
All right.
guy
What's
is.
up with George Lopez and MODOK? So I kept seeing headlines that was Darren Cross or whatever, dude who was Yellow Jacket. Okay. I don't even care. Like, if it's MODOK and that's how he is, whatever. He does look like George Lopez. What was that? Spy Kids or whatever. He does look like that. But I like this idea, though, that they have to work with Kang to get something. And whatever this thing is, I don't know what it is. I mean, I thought that it was something like maybe he has to go and steal all the weapons from the past because the 10 rings, Kamala Khan's, bangles or whatever, these are all circles with writing and all that. They all kind of sort of look alike. They all kind of seem Kang-ish, would not be surprised if that was the case. So, but it might not be that. It could be something else that he has to go get. And only Ant-Man could go get it, blah, blah, blah. Was that Shark Boy and Lava Girl? I thought it was Spy Kids. I always get those mixed up. I don't know. Sorry. All right, let's keep going.
I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
Now, I'm not mad at that because if you think about it, Scott did miss time with his daughter when he was in jail. Then when he got out, he, had the separation from his wife or whatnot. And then if you think about it, even though he had that little bit of time, like a year, to kind of reconnect with his daughter, he got arrested during Civil War. That was in 2016. So he gets arrested in 2016. Finally goes on house arrest for like 2 years. I don't know if he's able to see his daughter then or not. But then he gets trapped in the quantum realm for another 5 years or whatever. So that's like almost 7-8 years that he just misses of his daughter's life. Then he finally comes back in Endgame and then sees her. So I can understand how he can feel that loss of time and grieve that. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not like he came back and like he missed 50 years of her life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because to me, I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, I missed your elementary school, high school. I get that. I get it that it's tough, but it probably would have been a deeper impact if he really missed a larger gap of time to persuade him. And I'm saying this to persuade him to team up with Kang, because clearly, Janet is telling Scott like, yo, he's a problem. This is like you making a deal with Thanos, right? And he's like, whatever. Like, I want that time. So all I'm saying is that in order for Scott to do something this risky, I think the weight and the reward should have been a little heavier compared to, oh, I missed 7 years of my daughter's life. Don't get me wrong. I'm a dad too. I want those years too. But I don't know if I'd want those years and team up with a multiversal villain. So I hope when the movie comes around, they make the offer sound better. Maybe. Anyway, let's see what else happens.
Let me make this easy for you.
So those are all Scots. Is this what they did in and Out? Or what was it, Inside Out? With bing bong, trying to get to the tower or whatever.
You will bring me what I need.
Yeah, those are all little Scots. So, okay, he trying to get to that gold thing up there. Okay, all right, I guess.
Or everything you call a life.
Wait a minute, what did this man say?
You will bring me what I need. Or everything you call a life will end.
What I tell y'all about Kang? He said, "You gonna bring me what I need, or everything that you call life will end." Bars. Now, somebody like Thanos would be like, "Look, do what you're gonna do, and I'm still gonna win." Blah blah blah. Whatever. I don't know. I am inevitable. Whatever. This man said, "I'm not gonna end your life. I'm not just gonna come for you. Everything that you call life is over with." How you gonna argue with that? What you gonna say to that? Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me go get your device, sir. Never mind. That's it. That's it.
This is all my fault.
Yes, it is, Cassie. Yes, I'm pretty sure whatever's happening is all her fault and it's gonna piss me off. I already know it. I already know it. And he's gonna sit there. No, it's not your fault. Yes, it is. We got listen. Please stop lying to these kids. Please stop lying to these kids. Because I know Scott gonna say something. No, it's not, sweetie. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's not. You got the whole multiverse in jeopardy because of you. Stop lying to your kids. Oh, God. Now, what is up with this? Because this looked like Doctor Strange. Remember when Wanda made Reed Richards into spaghetti?
You may not want her to watch this.
We had a deal.
Ooh, so Kang finna go back on his deal? I'm cool with that. Hold on. He said you may not want her to watch this. Is this where he beat up? Is this where he beat him up?
Watch this.
We had a deal.
Listen. If you finna beat me up, I don't want my kids watching me either. My kids cannot watch me get my tail whooped. You know, I'm gonna fight to the end. Okay. But if I'm not gonna win that fight, I don't want my kids watching that. I just would not. Now, if I know I could win, like, look, watch your daddy, you know. But Kang was like, man, you might not want your listen. Look how kind of a conqueror Kang is. Kang is so considerate. This is what I'm talking about. My man's like, first of all, go get me what I want, or I'm gonna end all existence. And by the way, I'm probably gonna beat your tail, but I don't want your daughter to see this. Like, you might want to have her gone somewhere because I'm gonna whoop you. I can't wait for this. I cannot wait. I want to see all of this in context. He looked like a gut punch. He looked like he hit him in his throat. Oh, hold on. Woo. Scott's dying. Scott finna die. That's it. Scott's done. He ain't coming back. Oh. You ever get punched and get down to a knee? Listen, all them times y'all saw Jonathan Majors out there doing them push-ups and sit-ups and doing all them. That's why he said he was going to be a warrior Kang. Okay. Now it's a little messed up that he beating up on little Scott Lang. Scott Lang can't fight. But at the same time, like, look, he going to learn today. Okay. He finna learn today. Hold on. I just want to see that punch one more time, babe. Just one more time. Kang gang, baby.
You thought you could win.
Oh, I'm finna love this movie. So I'm finna watch this sucker 5 times. He said, "You thought you could win? You thought I was feeling you? You thought you had a chance?" Oh, and then he gave him the Kang Gang stomp. Oh, where that stomp at? Let me get the stomp in. I'm sorry. I just gotta.
You thought you could win.
Whack him. Hit him with the 8-town stomp.
Could win.
Oh, did y'all see that wind up though? Hold on. Did y'all see that wind up? Did you see how high Kang had to? Hold on. Kang had to get his leg like up here just to stomp on Ant-Man. You know how? Listen, this ain't no regular stomp. My man had to get up there. You see this hang time? Hold on, let's get this hang time one more time. Like, y'all don't understand. The Kang Gang stomp ain't no punk. Look at this. Boy, that he cleared his head. His leg cleared his head just so he could bring down the full force of the Kang Gang on Scott Lang's face.
I don't have to win.
Yes, you do.
We both just have to lose.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
Yeah, see that right there. That's what I'm talking about. That I'm sorry, Cassie. That ain't him.
I'm sorry, Cassie.
That's a variant. Died. Ooh, look at the full force of the Kang Gang. Look at the full force. Look at that. Ooh, he finna murk somebody. It's over with. It's over. Why y'all keep playing with that? Stop playing with them. My man finna stomp the yard on Scott Lang's face. It's over. You're gonna have the A-Town stomp. You're gonna have the Kirk Franklin stomp. You're gonna have to stomp the yard. It's all over with Ant-Man. It's done. It's done. It's done. If you couldn't tell, I like this trailer. I think it showed a little too much, but I don't know exactly what's gonna happen. So I'm okay with that from a story perspective. And of course, you know I'm here for the Kang Gang. That's it. Like, if you want to sell me on the fact that Kang is a problem, you won. You did that. I'm here for this. So Ant-Man finna get squashed, and that's it. Like, listen, I'm finna be in that theater. Like, when Kang is beating him up, I'm gonna be like, beat his ass. I'm gonna be like, whoop that ant, whoop that ant, whoop that ant. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I don't care if my colleagues look at me weird, whatever. Listen, I'm in there. I'm gonna rep the Kang Gang, merch. Man, listen, I'm finna put out a couple more shirts too. I'm finna put some more. Listen, I'm in there. Like, let me tell you something. Let me explain to y'all why this ain't a game. Okay, it's not a game. You know how y'all remember back when Ryan Reynolds went on Twitter as Deadpool, right? And he went and he responded to Ms. Minutes, right? Miss Minutes on Twitter was talking to Ryan Reynolds and welcome to the MCU and all of this. And that was funny. That was cute. Ha ha ha. All of that good stuff. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me pull up. Let me pull this up. Cause I don't know if y'all seen this or not, but I went on Twitter and I saw this too. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Kang, he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. Okay. Now I don't know if this is the official account or not. I don't know. But I was sitting here like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that Miss Minutes is part of the Kang Gang? Because let's not forget, the TVA is a black-owned business. Okay, it is. So I was like, yo, wait a minute. You mean to tell me Miss Minutes she out here? So what happened? So I'm sitting there like, yo, Miss Minutes is an official member of the Kang Gang too? She in the Kang Gang? What'd she say? You know it, hun. Come on. Y'all, we not playing no games around here. Okay? We official in these streets. It's official. Don't let nobody fool you. We in here. Shoo. Okay. And look, she thinks she was slick. I see her going on her account talking about Kang Gang. Okay. Like the moment I put her on Kang Gang, hold on, where is that? Hold on. Because it was less than 24 hours. Less than 24 hours after that. Hold on, I'm finna get it. She was out here. Oh, did she play? No, they didn't play it. Okay, hold on. Where's she at? Because I know I saw it. And something, yup, there you go, right there. Less than 24 hours right after that. What she got up there? What she got up there? Kang Gang. It's done. So, anywho, I really enjoyed that Ant-Man 3 trailer, in case you couldn't tell. But how did you feel about it? And was there any other things in there that we missed or whatever? Like I said, I wasn't doing some full breakdown. I was just reacting to what I saw. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. That was good. That was good. I liked it. All right, let's get these comments. And before we head on out, hold on, let's get these. Let me scroll up. Sorry, it took a minute. I might have missed some other ones. Did I get this one? Okay, got it. I'm caught up now. There we go. Low key. Oh, thank you, Low Key. Another contribution. This is the only spot to get spoiler-free reviews. Sheesh. We appreciate you, E. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Yes, no, listen, I told y'all, if y'all been following me for long enough, I came into the movie review game because another critic had spoiled a movie for me, and that pissed me off. I mean, pissed. I was so mad. And to this day, I hate spoilers. I hate spoilers because, I know some people be like, oh, I don't mind spoilers. And here's the thing. One thing you can't argue. You can never get back that feeling of not knowing, right? Like, once a spoiler is meant to surprise you, you can't get unsurprised, right? You can't get unsurprised. You can't get unspoiled. So that's a feeling, that's a experience that you can never get back from whatever you're watching. So to me, because it's such a one-time thing, it makes no sense to go into spoilers. Because at the end of the day, you can always get the spoiler. Let's put it like this. You can always watch the thing, no longer be surprised, and then go back and rewatch it. You could do that too. You know what I'm saying? That you can always go into a movie after you've seen it and go in with the spoilers now. But that's just me. Anyway. Let's see. 60 plus. What you got? Kang Gang, so sexy. Cougar Crush. This is Cynthia Charles. Oh, okay, Cynthia. See, Cynthia, you done changed up your whole name. Ain't nobody even knows you. Thank you so much, Cynthia. I appreciate you. Thank you for the heads up, because I did not. I was like, oh, 60 plus, some new subscriber. Cool. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Adam, thank you so much. A little donation to the Kang Gang. Listen, I'm telling you, y'all, we getting sponsors in this. Kang Gang is in this. Come through. Thank you, Adam. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Man, I can't wait to make these. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of shirts. I got like at least 2 or 3 more that I want to put out there. But I'm working on those right now. Howard, what you got? Kang gonna kill every Scott Lang. He might. He just might. And I don't have a problem with it. I mean, what did this man say? Like, you an Avenger? Have I killed you already? Kang gonna have some of the best lines in the whole MCU. I just know it. I just know this, like, this man done killed so many. He's like, man, I'm losing count. Did I kill you? Like, did I run through you already? Like, it's been so many times. I done killed a Thor, Captain America, Iron Man. Like, who are you again? Whew, he finna spoil us. Kang is gonna spoil us, and I am here for it. Ruben, she is 18. Are you talking about Cassie? I'm assuming you're talking about Cassie. Maybe I missed something. But thank you, Ruben. I appreciate you either way. I have to go back and read it, and I'll get the context. Sim, back at it. Since Kang Dynasty follows later, they're going to have to establish him as a real danger. Someone's or a universe is going to die for real. I think it already happened. I mean, think about it like this. In Loki, they showed you that Kang has already taken over the TVA the moment the other variant died. Now, the thing is, because time is not linear out there, it's all like whatever happens in the future already happens. So whatever happens in the past already like all this stuff already happened. We are just witnessing all this stuff. That's all. That's the only thing. But Kang has already taken over. Kang has already done the damage. And then when you go back to Moon Knight, if you go back to not even Moon Knight, if it's true, if the theory is true that Shang-Chi's weapons are the rings are for Kang, think about that. He got that thousands of years in the past. If it's true that Kamala Khan's bracelets, if those came from another dimension and at an earlier time, that means Kang has already been here. The other clue was in Moon Knight. Rama Tut. Rama Tut, the Egyptian king, one of the bad guys, one of the kids or whatever, had that emblem on his jacket, which means Rama Tut already ruled Egypt. Kang already went in the past. So a lot of this stuff already is established, and we just catching up to it. So one way or another, it's going down. It's going down. Ron, what you got? You enjoying this a little too much, man? Please, there ain't no such thing. It's Kang Gang, baby. Listen, I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this for a long time, ever since he was announced. Listen, to have I'm having a good time with a strong black character who ain't about playing no games. Like y'all really gonna have to step up to try to do anything against Kang. So I'm here for it. I love the fact that Jonathan Majors is a fun character. I just hope that Marvel leans into it more. I hope Marvel really understands what they have, because one thing that is apparent, I think, Marvel doesn't always know when they have something good, right? They admitted this even with Black Panther. They knew Black Panther was special, but they didn't know how special. Look at how they deal with the Hulk. They got the Hulk, and they be sitting there constantly nerfing him. They constantly don't know what to do with him. That's a problem, So I have no problem hyping up the Kang Gang to hopefully send the message to Marvel that, like, yo, we actually like this black character. Make him great. I'm not saying Kang is gonna win all, at the very end of things. He gonna have a couple wins because that's how you establish a good villain. But at the end of the day, you could, and I'm not saying this is the exact thing that's going to happen, but you don't know if you have Heath Ledger type of potential. The same way Heath Ledger made the Joker iconic, you don't know if Kang could be similarly iconic. Maybe he could, maybe he won't, but there's some possibilities here. We'll see. Deborah, looking for the V-Day shirt of Kang and Hearts. That'd be funny. I got to see if I can make something like that. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate you so much. Wait. What you got here? Cynthia, please review with Elliot and B. Avery Kang. Oh, yeah, we'll probably do something together for sure. One way or another. It all depends on our schedules as well. But yeah, we'll more than likely come together and do something. Who else? What else we got? Frank, what you got? In my Wakanda voice, when he stomped Ant-Man, show them who you are. I might say that. I might go do that in the pit. Woo, I'm sorry. That was funny. That was fun. Show them who you are. I love it. Oh my God. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. All right, y'all. That's all I got for today. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out, for being here. Oh, we got a late one here. Derek, my man, what's going on? Sorry I'm late. I'll catch the replay. All good. I know you watching Hunters, brother. That's all good. I gotta catch up on that myself. Show them who you are. I can just see the meme right now. Just Kang whooping on him and the ancestors. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed at that. But yes, anyway, thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to be here. It really do means a lot. And we will meet up again next week. Same time, same place. I don't know if there's anything else coming up. Oh my gosh, yeah, thank you for that. I forgot, why didn't I say that? Shout out to the Queen Mother, Angela Bassett, for being the very first MCU actor to win Golden Globe so far for Best Supporting Actress. Congratulations to her. Thank you for that, Diddy. I'm mad I forgot to put that in the notes. But yes, she definitely deserves her props. I said that from the jump. I said that early in my review. This was early before people was talking about it. Early, I was like, look, Angela Bassett better win an award. I said that a long time ago. Man, don't nobody listen. It's okay. It's all good. Y'all have a good night. And enjoy yourselves. Have a great weekend. You already know what it is. Wash your hands, wash your butts. Make sure you enjoy yourself this weekend and be safe out there. I'll see y'all later. Peace.